But, but when you keep trying to take people live like the way their livelihood, I have to reinvent myself. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I could go get a job to making $30, $40 an hour, what I would need to take care of me. I had to reinvent myself. I had to come up with something. I had to brand myself. I had to work my ass off when everybody at my head because, you didn't buy me a house. You didn't buy me a car. I ain't nobody Terry bought that stuff for me, or Harold bought that stuff for me, or I hustled myself. So you got to do it to yourself. But when it came to, did I give you money? Did I take care? Did I look out for you? Did I make sure your kids they got out of their mama house, went to private school, and I said, oh, get them a house? And how dare you say you hate me? You don't even know me. How dare you hate me enough to put me back in, to get me back in, to put me back in somewhere where you feel, take my life away, take my freedom away, or somebody to take my livelihood. I'm not even messing with none of these people. I'm so far away from these people. Why would somebody do that? So, yeah. So I went back to her and Sosa. I don't even know y'all like that. Sosa, you get on my new show and I'm the best person in the world. Why are you jumping around? What are you doing? You're a grown man. You're a 50-something-year-old man. Why are you doing this? You wanted to sue me. You tore down my reputation. That every day these people that's watching your segment, that I had to be, getting all on my Instagram, my Facebook, talking about me. I didn't sign up for that. What I signed up for was I fell in love with somebody and I signed up to help that person and me and that person build together. And I don't be in nobody else's business. I come home, I take care of me. And that was the first thing I had to do. I knew I had to rebuild my life and take care of me. And when my sons and my nephews come home, that I can rebuild with them. We can rebuild as a family. My nephew, the one that did 8 years, he come home still trying to be loyal and lost his life. All this. So my life hasn't been easy for people to do the things that they do. So while they sitting there being mad, why I'm doing too much, why the fuck they doing too little? They should be doing the same thing I'm doing. I don't have time to take care of nobody. I have to every day think about how I'm going to take care of Tony. Ain't nobody taking care of me. I have to figure that out. So everybody else have to figure it out and stop blaming me for the bullshit.
There you have it. Tonesa Welch, I appreciate you sharing your story. We gave you a chance to respond to whatever issues you had with previous interviews that we've done. I feel that, when you look at your story as a whole, I really feel like you took responsibility for everything that happened. And you're not painting yourself as a victim, that even though what you went to prison for may not have been what you did for what they charged you with, you mentioned you had done so much other stuff along the way that ultimately it was fair in your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also see a sense of regret for the damage that you did, in terms of the drugs being pushed in your neighborhood and, the people you knew and possibly family members who got addicted in the process of you trying to make money. And, I feel like, it really kind of humanized you in the way that you kind of laid everything out, because we all make bad decisions. A lot of us dabbled in drug dealing at different levels, and that doesn't necessarily make us bad people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just something to do with the time, and you don't really realize the whole scope of everything that you're doing. But, ultimately, you took the whole thing as an adult. You learn from your mistakes. You change your life around, and you get to see your story play out in terms of the domestic abuse and everything else like that in like Trap Queens and in this interview. And I think that ultimately people watching this will learn from some of the mistakes you made. And, the girl who's dating the drug dealer who thinks that it's all going to be great and they're all going to run off in the sunset at the end and they're all going to retire at some big island somewhere.
No,
it doesn't really work that way.
It doesn't work that way.
It involves a lot of prison time. It involves murder a lot of times. You know, it involves a lot of loss, it involves overdoses, it involves, you know, balling out and then going broke.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I
balling
mean?
out, and then like I said, only thing I wanted to come home and do is make amends and do, like I said, I walked the yard for 3 years, and it's like, damn, what was I really thinking? You think you mature, you think somewhere I kind of lost the sense of reality, you know, and then God just, he put me in the middle of the desert, and I had to reflect on my whole life,
Yeah.
I just want to apologize for really going off at the end, because really when I think about that, because it's really still affecting my life.
Yeah.
And when you tell God and you tell your family that I'm going to change my life and this is what I'm going to do, don't come in and try to affect my life, you know?
There you have it.
Yeah.
There you have it. Tonesa, appreciate you coming in. Wish all
Thank
the
you.
best for you. And I think that your story is just beginning. I think I'm going to see a lot more for you
You
in the
think
years
so?
to come. Take care. Peace.
Peace.